Welcome back to my channel here at Trades to G. My name is Sammy. Today we're going to chart Bitcoin, especially after Friday. I think Bitcoin is not done selling off, and I'm going to explain why. So if you like this sort of content, please like the video, subscribe to my channel, and join the Discord. Let's get straight into the charts. Folks, Bitcoin had one of its worst days. So much so, a lot of people got liquidated. And I think I've heard upwards to 1.2 million people got liquidated. That was an article that I read on X. I'm not sure how true that is, but I believe Bitcoin's not done selling off, and I'm going to show you why. Okay, first things first, let's talk about what we see on our charts right now. So if you notice here, we have a new high and a higher high. But you created bearish divergences on the weekly time frame, folks. If you notice up here that I'm on the weekly time frame, and price on the oscillator created a high and a lower high, and cleanly you had that nice rejection. Sorry if you hear birds in the background. Yeah, those are my parrots. So we created a bearish divergence on the weekly, and thus we see the candle structure panned out here. But that's not all, folks. I want you guys to know, if you take a look at the 20 EMA, which is this red line here, folks, notice price action back in August 2025, August 25th of 2025, it acted as support on the weekly time frame. Again, another candle support here at September 1st, 2025, 20 EMA, the candle acted as support. Again, this candle structure, September 22nd, 2025, again, support. But what's happening now? Price is not respecting this 20 EMA, but we still have 22 hours left to print this candle. But if we break below this candle and we're showing a hard body closure, I'm talking full body closure, not a wick, I'm talking full body closure, you are now changing the behavior of the candle structure of previous price action. You're changing the behavior. And a lot of people that know this information are going to step out and say, wait a minute, we're not doing exactly what Bitcoin has been doing as of August, right? So people are going to sell, knowing, at least my assumption is, people are going to sell because it is not respecting prior history. See, once you change the behavior of candle structure, a lot of people's psyche are going to be like, nope, I'm getting out of this trade because based on price action history, it's not doing it again. And people are going to be scared because of that. So if we break below this 20 EMA weekly line here, this red one, folks, what I'm about to show you, I've been preaching for the past couple of months. And you can even take a look back on my Twitter and take a look back on my Bitcoin video that I posted I'm talking 2 months ago, 3 months ago. And I'm going to repeat this again. Price loves respecting the the 50 EMA and SMA. And I'm going to show you exactly why. Well, let's go back in time in 2024. We had a cluster of price action here, okay? This cluster right here. And if you notice, what did price do once it sold off completely, right? What do you see here? This green and blue line is my 50 SMA and EMA, and you see price action literally bouncing off this line. Let's go back. Let's jump a year later. This additional cluster here, another cluster right here. What do you see price action doing? Again, this 50 EMA and SMA has been a consistent area of support. If you notice here in March of 10th, 2025, yet again, April 7th, 2025, acting as support, okay? Literally for years, it's been acting as support. Price is literally repeating the same pattern, okay? If you notice when we broke below the 20 EMA here, okay, what happened when we broke 20 EMA? We had a flush. This 20 EMA, based on prior history, we had a flush. Can price redo the same action or repeat the same action again? Maybe, because the history sometimes can show you the future, or at least anticipate it, where price action might lead to. And thus, once we broke below 20 EMA, folks, that 50 SMA and EMA was absolute support on the weekly. So I suspect if we change or have candles breaking below, again, this 20 EMA, your next bottom is going to be roughly at 100,000. Okay, at 100,000 K. But I have a clean, harmonic, bearish, or excuse me, it's not bearish, bullish, clean, harmonic structure completing exactly at this volume average low to the T out of 113 ratio to the T at 94,675. 94,675. If price were to find a bottom here, exactly at this volume average low, I would suspect that the golden pocket, or at least this ratio, the golden ratio, is going to be the ultimate bounce. If we break below the 50 EMA and the SMA, which is on the $100,000 range, if we break below it, we have a 0.5 Fibonacci at 97, and then we have a clean harmonic structure completion at the 95,000 range. But there's more. If you notice the RSI, we're shifting to the oscillator. What do you see here on the weekly time frame on the RSI? That's right. Price action loves this area of reversal. Reversal, folks. So, yes, we had the crash, and yes, we had a lot of people get liquidated, but a lot of confluences leads to more statistical probable way of monitoring trades or observing price action based on prior history. You have a probability of succeeding knowing the history of where price action either likes to find support resistance, likes to find a base. Just understanding price history, especially on larger time frames, looking at your oscillator, for example, you notice exactly where price always likes to bounce. Do you see this on the on the oscillators, folks? Yeah, this would align with price action in this area. If we were to continue down, price action continues to slam down, I believe that 50 EMA and SMA is going to be the next potential bounce. And if I point my cursor at these candle structures to my left, notice what happens when we hit this 50 EMA. Exactly right at the bounce here, folks. Right at the bounce in this red box here. Box here. Box here. EMA 50, EMA 50, EMA 50, and SMA. So I suspect if we start continuing breaking down, the oscillator is your best friend. Look at the reversal. I mean, hell, I always end up finding positions based on RSI, finding a pivotal point on the charts, and I take trades because of that. Because based on history, prior history, we see price action always reverse in certain areas. And in this case, on Bitcoin, it's in this box. Okay? I know I said a lot. It's probably a lot going on right now. But focus on the data in front of you, okay? Bitcoin, technically, it needed to have a nice little correction. And this is a healthy one. But every time we had a nice, healthy correction, once we got into this box, we ultimately made new higher highs and new higher lows. So I suspect it's going to do the same thing once we get back into this box. Price action then finds a bounce, and thus we're off to the races. Okay? So, again, this was a quick TA. This was a simple observation on price action history. Folks, what happened Friday, it's unfortunate, but ultimately, if you stay longer in the market and you have patience, eventually Bitcoin will make new highs, and the rest is history. So thank you so much for watching this video. Subscribe to my channel and join the Discord, folks. And you guys have a beautiful, beautiful day.